I am going to cook up some oxtails tonight. Give my hubby a nice home cooked meal before he goes back on the road. This is what I'm gonna serve it with: some cabbage over rice with the gravy. I only had one pack because, of course, they're expensive as hell. That's only 2.5 pounds for $22. I have these cut up over here because that's gonna go in my cabbage when I cook it. This is gonna go with the oxtails. And I am going to season up the oxtails. Then I'm going to brown them in the skillet. Then they're going to go in the slow cooker until dinner. So I won't cut that cabbage up later until close to dinner time, so I can cook it fresh like right at dinner. But that's what I'm fixing tonight: some oxtails with some cabbage and served over rice and gravy. Season these oxtails with, and this is going to be so that I can put the oxtails on the stove and brown them and get a nice sear on them before they go in the slow cooker. All right, a little EVOO. But first, I will let you see them. They're clean. They're pretty much already trimmed. I didn't trim anything else about them. There's my baby back there. A little EVOO. A good bit. I'm gonna come with the paprika. And of course, I'm gonna be a little heavy with some of these seasonings because this is going to go in the slow cooker with some beef broth. Just a very little bit of red pepper flake. I don't do spice much here. Yes, I do have onions, peppers, all that over there, but still hit it with the onion powder. I mean, come on, you know, it's a black staple. We gotta have the onion powder, the garlic powder. Even though I am gonna come with the minced garlic off in there too, but it's a staple. You gotta have it in there. A very small dab of curry powder. I don't put a lot in mine. Just a little bit. I mean, it's oxtails. I mean, come on now, you ain't gonna come with the curry. A little bit of more spice, the Creole seasoning. I'm gonna put that garlic up in here, a good bit. A little pepper. And some salt. Just a little bit, because, you know, I don't do much with the fucking salt now. A little browning. Some, what your sister said, sauce. And some liquid smoke. Rub it in. And then brown these up in the skillet. Time to get your hands in here, mix this up, then get these in a hot pan and get them seared on all sides. That's one. This is how the oxtails look. Hey, what you doing? Get out from there. Hey. Come on now. Get up. Get up there. Come on. She okay? I'm gonna put these. I got the skillet warming so that I can sear these on all sides, and then they are going to go. They're gonna go in the slow cooker with the beef broth. Chicken bouillon, garlic, all that other stuff. And I'm also going to sweat the peppers a little bit before I put them in. I'm gonna sweat the peppers a little bit before I put them into the slow cooker with the meat. So once the meat is brown in that same skillet, I'm gonna throw the onions, peppers out, saute them just a little bit, literally just sweat them just a little bit, and then I'm gonna throw them in a slow cooker with the oxtails, and they're gonna pretty much stay in there until dinner time. I'll show you how they look once I brown them up. Hey, 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 get off of there. Okay, I have the oxtails searing in the pot. I also went ahead and cut up the cabbage, so I wouldn't have to do that later. I was like, okay, let me get all the chopping out the way now. Of course, y'all saw the oxtails. They are searing. All I'm doing is cooking them on each side, and I am turning them. And just sort of letting them cook on each side. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Just to sort of sear in some flavor. Now y'all saw how dark they were before I put them in the pot with the browning and all that stuff and everything. So before you know cooking bitches come over here like, oh, they burnt it. Did you see how black they was before I put them in the fucking pot, bitch? Did you see them, bitch? Did you see them? Bitch, before you start minding my motherfucking business. And the seasoning that the oxtails were in, I am going to keep that, because when I get ready to put them in the slow cooker with the beef broth, that is your flavor, that's your extra seasoning. Go in the slow cooker with that. But I'm gonna finish searing these. Go ahead and throw these in the slow cooker. The cabbage will not cook until much later. Like shit, it's only almost 2 right now. But this cabbage won't get cooked until maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock. Because I don't eat dinner over here late either. Like, I don't wait till 8, 9 o'clock to eat. Like, bitch, dinner be like 6, 7 o'clock over here. So, y'all know who's here. Oh, damn. We had no about that. You know who here. Right. Now remember I told you how to keep this still for your season. I had that fire down low. Those are still going back there a little bit. So let me learn you something real quick. You see these seasonings and that blacking and liquid smoke and all that was in there? Let me learn you something real fast about still being able to get a somewhat thicker gravy when you're going to put something in the slow cooker. You take them seasonings, get that beef broth, put it in there. Of course, you're going to throw a little bit more seasonings and whatnot in it if you want to. I don't like my food just heavily seasoned, so I will not. This is some chicken bouillon I am hitting it with. Bow, this here. You're going to want that gravy to sort of thicken while it is in the slow cooker. I'm going to hit that with a little bit of cornstarch. The rest of this is going to go in the slow cooker. You take all this that's in there. This is going to go in your slow cooker with your meat. Bitch, whip. You don't want no lumps. Whip, how whip. I'm going to take these out the pot real quick, put them in the slow cooker. I don't want to see no lumps of white in my shit. But that cornstarch is going to help that shit thicken up. I'm going to throw some garlic in there. I'm about to grab these real quick. I'm going to take those to the slow cooker, and then I'm gonna pour this in over it. They are just seared on the outside, and when you are searing them, make sure you don't do just the sides, do the top and bottom also. Okay, now y'all seen what I did with this just a little bit ago. Add a little bit more to this. I am gonna add more garlic. This is this right here that I use. This minced garlic with the chili and peppers. I'm gonna mix that in there. I'm gonna add just a little bit more curry powder. Not much. I'm gonna add 1 pack of this in there. Oh, I do have the peppers in the pan back there. I'm sweating them down a little bit. I take this. This is going to go over your oxtails. That is just only adding a little extra flavor and stuff. All the rest of your seasoning and whatnot into your oxtails. Yes, these oxtails are going to need to cook in a slow cooker, so yes, they need more liquid than just this. And on top of that, when y'all are seasoning like these, I guess gravies or whatever that you can call them, make sure you taste it. And you want to see like if it's, stick your little finger in it or whatever and see if the gravy is about where you want it to be for a salt level, this and that. And yes, I can taste the seasonings in it. I can taste the salt, etc. Now I'm going to pretty much add just the rest of the beef broth into here. It pretty much gave enough liquid, as you see, for these oxtails to be able to cook in there. And then not water the gravy down too much. Now, at the end of the day, if you need to, you can always get you like after this been cooking maybe 4 or 5 hours, you can always get you a small measuring cup when this is hot and boiling and cooking. You dip a little bit off in there, you get a little bit of the gravy out of here. If it's not as thick as you like, you get your cornstarch, you put your little cornstarch in that little gravy, you get your whisk, beat it, pour it back in there. It'll help in there, let it cook for another couple of hours. It will help that gravy to thicken up a little bit on you. And if need be, in emergency situations, if you have to, you could take you like some of the gravy up out of here, like after it's been cooking. Get you like one of these smaller saucepans. Take some of that gravy up out of it, put it in a small saucepan, add cornstarch to that. Whip, 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 whip. It'll thicken up. Then you still have at least enough gravy that's thick to pour over the plate when you are fixing the plates. If you can't get like the full pot to thicken up, then just make a small batch that you can thicken, that you can put over the food when when you're fixing the plates, whatnot. Little tip for you, little tip. And when I say a small saucepan, like one of the little ones, one of these small ones. And like I said, I was just going to sweat these a bit. These are just the peppers, onions, celery. What else I put in here? Peppers, onions, celery, and some green onion. I do not sweat the carrots and the other part of the green. I put a little bit in here, but no, I didn't. I didn't. I only put just the onions, peppers, and celery in here. The green onion and carrots they just go straight in. So even these, I just sweat them a little bit. They going in to help give that meat some good flavor. Into the pot they go. I'm gonna add the carrots, the green onions, and these finna cook for maybe 6 hours. Alright, and I got the rest of the stuff off of the cutting board that was gonna go into the oxtails. This is how they look. As you can see, there is not too much liquid. The liquid is only coming just slightly over the meat. I have added the carrots, the green onions. It's pot heavy, I'm sorry. Goddamn. But I'm gonna let these cook for maybe 6 hours or so. Considering I didn't add much liquid into this, the gravy should thicken up. I got all the carrots, peppers, everything off in here. I'm gonna start the slow cooker, and later I will cook some rice and cook up the carrots with some peppers and onions. I'm gonna do like the fried cabbage, but considering we already have protein here, I'm not gonna add any extra protein into the cabbage. It will just be regular cabbage. Hold on. I'm about to work on the cabbage and rice. I do have some water with some beef bouillon and vegetable bouillon in there for the rice. I am sweating down these vegetables, and then I'm going to add a little bit more oil, and then I will be adding all the cabbage to the top of that to make some fried cabbage. I'm going to add all the seasonings and everything in there, and then just let the cabbage cook while I give the oxtails about another hour. Okay, I do have the cabbage in the pan now. This is everything I put in the cabbage. Of course, if you get a big pan, the pan will be completely full. It will look like all the cabbage will not fit. You're gonna have to slowly toss the cabbage to mix the oil and peppers that you have in the bottom with the seasonings that you put into the cabbage. With this part, you just have to take your time. If you don't want to throw cabbage all over your stove. And you have to get the seasonings mixed in, because you want to get a little oil on all of the cabbage. And once you sort of mix the seasonings and everything in and sort of get everything combined, once I have mixed everything up to about this point, making sure that everything has gotten, excuse me, I'm sorry, make sure that everything has gotten mixed up. Make a little space in the bottom, and I'm going to add only about 3/4 cups of water into the bottom. Mix it around so that they can get around the whole bottom of the pan. As you see, once it's at the bottom, completely around the whole pan, there's not a lot off in there. But at that point is when I am going to cover it and let it cook for a while. And now I will get my rice on, because the water is boiling, so it's time for the rice. And y'all know how to cook rice, so shit.
Those take a while, but we cut corners in other places to make it manageable. You ever notice that sometimes whoever's speaking has their mouth off camera so you never see their lips moving?
Huh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, or we'll cut to the back of someone's head while they're talking for the same reason. Other times we'll do a wide shot and slowly pan across it. It looks like it's animated, but it's so far away, you don't notice. Nothing's moving. The best part is,